DC's Batman. Almost everybody has heard of him, unless you live under a rock. Batman is a symbol of hope. He fights for justice, peace, and a better world within the city of Gotham. This video, however, will not be centered around Batman, but it will be focused on Gotham. I made the iceberg chart, so please note that it may not be perfect, and some of this information is quite hard to gather. With that being said, let's gather some info. The sky. Why criminals still stay in Gotham. Gotham is a city based completely on wealth. If you don't have money, you aren't seen as human. Money is the only thing to get people by. And when low-level criminals need money, they are going to get it. As Batman says in the Batman 2022, he cannot be everywhere at once.
Come on! Give me the money! Let's go! Let's go! All right.
It's a big city. I can't be everywhere.
When there are major threats to the city's safety like the Joker or Mr. Freeze, Batman must prioritize that instead of the thugs on the streets. This makes it easier for thugs to get money, and it's why they stay in places such as Gotham. How Arkham stays open. Arkham Asylum was originally a mansion owned by the Arkham family. Amadeus Arkham's mother was severely mentally ill, so he created an asylum for her and people like her to get better. One of the patients, known as Mad Dog, an early supervillain from the early to mid-1900s, snuck into Amadeus's living corridors and killed both Amadeus's wife and daughter, beheading the daughter and putting her head in a dollhouse. Amadeus was driven into insanity and went crazy in his own home, an asylum. Arkham is a haunted mansion full of mentally unstable people and lunatics begging for the sweet release of death. It is a revolving door, allowing for any criminal to basically come and go as they please. It holds countless escapees, harmful staff, murders, and breakouts. It stays open due to the warden Quincy Sharp's deals with the corrupt government of Gotham and low funding, the true location of Wayne Manor. Within many pieces of Batman media, the mansion has been located in several different spots. Sometimes it's located within the city or miles from it, but the question remains unknown, whether Gotham is actually cursed. This is where things start getting eerie. Across decades of comics, Gotham repeatedly experiences extreme crime, mass tragedies, corruption, cult activity, and many supernatural events. Some writers treat this as coincidence, while others suggest Gotham is genuinely cursed. Several stories imply that ancient rituals occurred on Gotham's land. Dark forces have influenced the city for centuries, and the city was built atop something evil. The mystery exists because DC never gives a single definitive answer. The identities of Batman's earliest copycats. Batman inspired many vigilantes, but also villains. Catman, or Thomas Blake, is a millionaire who is obsessed with claws, therefore taking on the identity of Catman. He rivals Batman and steals money while LARPing as him. Some other clones include Wrath and Scorn from the Batman 2004. This sibling duo chooses to assist criminals instead of the law, like Batman and Robin do. There are many more copycats, but this would take all day to name them. The mid-layers. The Court of Owls' influence on Gotham. The Court of Owls is a cult-like organization of the rich, influential figures of the city. They all wear owl masks and are completely silent at all times. They have hired assassins called Talons. Fun fact, their Talons are actually young acrobat orphans that they stole, and Richard Grayson was extremely close to becoming one, if not for Batman. That would make a pretty cool alternate timeline. Anyways, the court has controlled Gotham's politics for centuries, manipulated people of power, and the crazy part is that they did all of it from beneath the shadows, the secret tunnels under Gotham. Most people know about the Batcave, but far fewer know how much of Gotham exists underground. Throughout various comics, Gotham contains abandoned subway lines, much like the abandoned subways that Joker's thugs patrol in Arkham City. Gotham also has Prohibition-era tunnels, forgotten sewers that Killer Croc likes to lurk in, hidden chambers, and ancient cave systems. The problem is that these tunnels often don't seem to match official maps. Entire sections appear unexplored. Batman has repeatedly discovered underground locations nobody knew existed. In Arkham City, when you have to track down the League of Assassins Ninja to Wonder City, there are many underground subways, caves, and tunnels that haven't even been touched before. This raises a disturbing possibility. Nobody actually knows what's under Gotham. What happened to Gotham's founding families? Gotham was founded by many families, not just the Waynes. The Falcone crime family was one of the first mafias in Gotham, even doing business with Mr. Beaumont, the father of Andrea Beaumont, the Phantasm. The Arkhams also founded Gotham. In the Batman 2022, it is revealed that Martha Wayne comes from the Arkham family and the Kane family. When Martha Wayne was a child, her mother shot and killed her father, then proceeded to take her own life by jumping off of the rooftop. It is safe to say that the Arkham family has had a lot of trauma. The only Wayne alive is Bruce, the Batman, and the only Kane/Arkhams alive are Catherine, or the Batwoman, and Elizabeth, or Red Alice. The Falcones still operate under Gotham, along with many other crime syndicates. The mysterious disappearances tied to Arkham. Arkham is full of unexplained deaths and disappearances. By the day, patients vanish, doctors vanish, even records vanish. Entire incidents are forgotten or covered up. In some stories, former employees refuse to discuss what they witnessed. This has led fans to wonder how much of Arkham's history has been deliberately hidden. The institution often feels less like a hospital and more like a place that swallows people. The true origins of Gotham's architecture. Why does Gotham look the way it does? Many versions of Gotham feature massive Gothic cathedrals with gargoyles. The streets are like labyrinths, and the sky is lined with ancient-looking skyscrapers. Some writers have suggested Gotham was intentionally designed to inspire fear. Others imply that the city's strange design reflects hidden symbols or ancient influences. The hidden societies. Gotham holds the Court of Owls, of course, but there are many others yet to be discovered. The League of Assassins led by Ra's al Ghul operates in Wonder City and Arkham City. The religion of crime has yet to be found. The False Face Society led by Roman Sinus. All of these cult groups feed on the fear of the people. Does Gotham attract villains or create them? This might be Gotham's biggest psychological mystery. Think about how many villains originated there. The Joker, Two-Face, Scarecrow, Poison Ivy, the Riddler. That's not normal. In The Killing Joke, 1988, a man was frightened by the sight of Batman while robbing Ace Chemical to get money for his baby. He fell into the acid and became Joker. Some argue Batman's existence inspires criminals to become more theatrical. Or Gotham City's corruption, violence, and decay just push people toward madness. The Miyagani family and Gotham's forgotten history. Before Gotham became Gotham, there were stories of powerful families fighting over the land. One of the most mysterious was the Miyagani family. Legends claim that they owned large portions of the area before Gotham existed and practiced strange rituals. Some stories imply Gotham's darker history can be traced back to families like the Miyaganis. The Deep Layer, Dr. Hurt's true identity. Few Batman mysteries have generated more theories than Dr. Hurt. Dr. Hurt claims different identities throughout various stories. He says he is Thomas Wayne, Bruce's father. He could be simply manipulating Batman. Some stories heavily imply he is a supernatural entity such as the devil. Grant Morrison's stories suggest he may be tied to forces beyond ordinary human understanding. The Black Glove Organization. The Black Gloves didn't strive for power or wealth, but to entertain the people. They had treated torture and destruction as a game. They were never identified, and they slowly faded into the shadows. They could still be lurking in Gotham. Gotham's doomed city prophecy. Several stories hint at Gotham being destined for suffering. There is corruption, violence, disaster, and villains. Whenever Gotham seems to improve, something drags it back down. The city seems to be a manifestation of suffering. The mystery of Gotham's oldest building. This sounds simple until writers start contradicting each other. Throughout Batman's history, there are references to many different ancient buildings. This ties into the architecture question. In Arkham City, When exploring underground, other buildings are discovered beneath newer structures. The deeper Batman investigates Gotham's oldest locations, the stranger their histories become. The cults beneath Gotham. Most fans know Gotham has gangs, however, far fewer know it has cults. Over the years, Batman has encountered groups worshipping literal demons. They all tend to exist underground. The bottom layer. Barbados and Gotham's creation myth. Barbados is one of the most important figures in Gotham's darkest lore. Originally introduced through Grant Morrison's Batman stories and later expanded in Dark Knight's Metal, Barbados is a bat-like cosmic entity connected to darkness and the dark multiverse. Gotham has been tied to Barbados for centuries. Hyperadapter mystery. The Hyperadapter is one of the weirdest things in Batman lore. It appears as a giant bat-like creature that seems to exist outside normal time. What's strange is that it appears throughout different periods of history, almost as if it has always been present. It could be Barbados, or something above him. It's intended to be a mystery. Gotham. Beneath Gotham. Beneath Gotham. This idea appears repeatedly in Batman comics when Batman discovers hidden tunnels beneath tunnels that lead to forgotten chambers beneath forgotten chambers. The entire underground structure is something that hardly anybody even knew existed. Every time he reaches the bottom, he finds another level. The phrase Gotham beneath Gotham becomes almost symbolic. The Dark Way is a hidden river flowing beneath Gotham. Most of the citizens never knew it existed. In certain stories, it serves as a gateway to ancient parts of Gotham and locations connected to the city's darkest history. What's eerie is that the Dark Way often feels less like a river and more like a passage through Gotham's subconscious. The Living City Theory. One of the most unsettling fan theories asks if Gotham is alive. Not literally in the sense of a monster, but as a city with its own will. I mean, the city creates villains almost daily, regenerates corruption, and it influences evil. The Abyss. If you're watching this and you've gotten to this part, thank you so much. I love making these videos, and I really hope it does well. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. I won't waste your time any further. Ancient Gotham cults worshipped bat demons. Certain symbols throughout Gotham may be connected to him. Batman unknowingly became linked to these ancient forces. This bat entity ties with fear as well. The entire reason Bruce became Batman was because as a child he fell into the cave beneath his home. And when he was down there, he saw bats. At the time, it scared him, but he used his fear and pain as a tool for justice. The disturbing implication is that Batman's bat symbol may not be entirely his own idea. It could be connected to something much older waiting beneath Gotham. Gotham's place in the multiverse. This is where Gotham's importance becomes almost suspicious. Think about it. The city constantly produces world-changing heroes and villains. Some of the greatest multiversal events are repeatedly centered around Batman, if not the Justice League, and Gotham becomes critical in stories involving cosmic entities. The question is, why Gotham? We've seen things happen to Metropolis such as Luthor, Zod, and Brainiac, but why do most major events take place in good old Gotham? The sentient Gotham theory. This is one of the creepiest theories because it doesn't rely on one specific comic. Instead, it's a conclusion some fans reach after looking at Gotham's history as a whole. The theory asks, what if Gotham isn't just a city? What if Gotham is a living thing? Once again, not a giant monster hiding underground, but a city with its own consciousness, instincts, or influence. Over decades of Batman stories, Gotham behaves in ways that don't seem normal. It creates monsters often, it harnesses evil, and it seems to just be chaos in general. If you watch this video until the end, I cannot say how grateful I am for your support. Nowadays, superheroes aren't as popular as they used to be. I personally grew up surrounded by comics, toys, action figures, movies, and video games all centered around superheroes. My life would be a lot different without them, even if they're not even real. I like to see other people sharing my interests, so that's why I made this, so I can share it myself. Anyways, thank you again, and goodbye.